This is video 5 on the VA. This is also my statement, and it's also in the affected I deceased that this is investigated, and I want a liability, who is criminal and who's civil. But obviously I didn't go, so you know, if somebody came forward and they said, well, Dominic, they were trying to get you to a doctor, and it would have been in this doctor, and maybe this doctor has something to do with this thing in Arizona. Who knows? I don't know. I'm asking a question because I can't reasonably believe, I'm having all these issues. I can't reasonably believe that I was going to have a good experience there. And then I also want to know, in questions of the law, is the reason why the government intrusion is trying to get me to the VA is because you can then legally put this sophisticated technology in that I'm experiencing at the other doctor's office. I don't know. I'm asking. That's a good question for a lawyer to the Senate or anybody with a conscience. Is okay. What happened? What's the difference between Dominic just being at the St. Mary's Hospital or going to a VA hospital? What is your legal right if Dominic's saying, okay, wait a minute, he's feeling this technology, he's experiencing it? Can you legally put that technology? Is that why you're trying to? Is that your belief of why that would be a reason to go to a federal hospital? I don't know. I'm asking the question. All I know is, you know, my dad, my uncle, that fat guy at the Carusos, and this veteran representative at the DES. Now, and the DES is obviously we get food stamps and the medical insurance that I was duped to be on. And I have questions also, and I raise these questions in my videos and even in my little comment yesterday. Does being on food stamps allow the government to unpackage your food and to repackage it, to add something in there? I don't know. See, these are things that have to have answers. So that, you know, again, and I put this, you know, President Obama can say, well, the Obamacare is a good thing, and I agree, it is a good thing. But when you don't know, when you're not thinking it, what are all the bad things a group of government people can do to somebody on a social program that is government? What are the safeguards? What protects that citizen from being targeted, being persecuted, and that kind of thing? And using the HIPAA Act. See, the HIPAA Act is a law that allows doctors to collude. So if you got, especially with me and my belief in I worship nature and all that stuff, you can have two religious doctors that collude and don't have to reveal the notes in my medical record, and don't have to reveal the notes unless it's directed by a court. But then they can just get rid of the notes, saying there is no notes, that kind of thing. That act protects the doctor to be able to do that. And it also allows the government to collude with the doctor without it being in the medical. So I can try to get my medical record. They're not going to, I don't care what you show. What you show me is what you're not doing wrong. If you're having conversations and making notes, and you don't have to put those in my medical record to show me or show somebody asking, unless it's directed by a judge or the Senate, then it can disappear, and then that evidence is gone. And it allows it and makes it easy for 2 doctors, 3 doctors to collude with the government or with themselves. It makes it so easy. So I have a tremendous amount of issues for this HIPAA Act. But again, and, you know, at the VA, I tried to, obviously I was trying to get work. I filled out an application for Walmart. They didn't give me a job. I filled out another application for another store. And then I remember they printed out a referral for something else. And, you know, when I didn't get a job, I realized they're playing a game. I got you know, they're making me, it's like a grovel kind of thing. They're not going to give me a job, so then I go back. And they're playing this game with me. I realize, you know, it's an attempt to say, well, if you want to work, it's going to make it difficult for you as everything has been difficult for me. I'm not going to play that. I'm not a slave, man. I'm requesting a job, I'm filling out an application for a job, I'm not receiving the job, and I'm not receiving the help. The VA representative is trying to get me to go to the VA in order to go see a doctor. That's the underlying, what I got out of that.